So I'm sure a lot of you are aware that I've been a part of the flipping community for a while now. I got into flips in 2012 and then kind of got really serious about training in 2013, 2014. And during 2014, I had this idea that I really wanted to do, and it was to have kind of a parkour, flipping, and like free running type of apparel line or clothing brand. And obviously, at the time, I had no idea how to do that. I didn't know where to start, and pretty much anybody I mentioned this idea to just kind of thought it was funny, like it was just more of a joke. And that's not really the reason why I didn't do it. Like I said, I didn't have like the resources. I had no knowledge on how to do it, and it was just kind of hard because designing and kind of artistic stuff like that's always been my cup of tea. And obviously, I'm very passionate about the flipping community. So, this is just something I've wanted to do for a long time. And obviously, back then, I just couldn't, or I didn't really try to even figure out how to. And then in 2016, I'm sure a lot of you are aware, that's when, like, kind of Tanner, me, and Quentin really started to just focus on YouTube and making videos and not necessarily flipping like we were every day because we used to train for, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. And then during 2016, I'd say about halfway through, we kind of just stepped away from that and focused on doing YouTube videos and vlogs and stuff. So there was a time period of around 2.5 to 3 years where I just didn't do flips at all. I didn't really care about doing them. It wasn't really something that I wanted to pursue just because, YouTube was such a big part of our lives. And it does kind of suck because YouTube became such an important part of my life and like trying to make vlogs and doing Tanner's vlogs and all that I didn't really care about flips anymore. And it does suck because doing vlogs isn't really something that I like doing anymore. I mean, I loved being in Tanner's vlogs because that was always fun. But doing my own and trying to, go do something just for the sake of a video wasn't really something that I liked doing. And for the longest time, I would just kind of force myself to do that. And I feel like that's why a lot of my old videos were really bad because you can tell I didn't want to do it. I was only doing it for a video. It kind of sounds bad to say, but I'm kind of glad that we fell off in the YouTube game because it kind of let me focus on what I actually wanted to do and how I wanted to spend my time. And around halfway through 2019, it was when Tanner moved back here from California, and me and him started hanging out again more, and we were just kind of reminiscing the good days where we would train for 6, 7 hours on the trampoline, and we would spend a lot of our days just filming flips and doing flips and whatnot. And shit. And at this point, Tanner had this one trampoline at his current house, and then he brought the Goliath, that really big garden trampoline, out there and made a little setup and everything. And we kind of just started goofing around. Every once in a while we would go out there for maybe 10, 15 minutes and, flip around and all that stuff. And it wasn't really a big deal to us. And as it got later into 2019, we really started going out there more often and flipping and training new stuff and actually trying to get better like we used to. And it was a really good feeling. It almost felt like there was just a part of us missing for a long time, and getting back into flips kind of, filled that void. And I mean, at least for me anyway. And so as it got towards the end of 2019, I kind of started thinking, about On Edge Apparel, which was that, parkour, clothing brand that I wanted to do back in 2014. And it really got me thinking, and my stepbrother and I had kind of been getting ourselves knowledgeable in the world of like having an online brand and business, and it got us thinking, why don't we why don't we make a clothing brand for flippers and trickers and stuff like that? Because obviously it's something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and obviously way back when, like 7 years ago now, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't have, the resources. I didn't have the knowledge to do it. So in January of 2020, we said, screw it, let's do it. And it took us literally an entire year to make the website, design the clothes, figure out how we were going to promote it and everything. And it took us an entire year, but we did it. And in January of this year, 2021, we launched Flipsicc. And if I'm being honest, I have never worked on something for as long and as hard as I have on Flipsicc. I mean, there were days where I woke up and it was just 12 hours straight of designing. It was, 12 hours straight of designing and working on the website. And for the first time in my life, I've never felt this passionate about doing something or being a part of something or creating something. So ever since we've launched, I've been, crazy busy, even busier than the whole year it took to make this. And the thing is that even though I spend multiple hours a day on it, it doesn't feel like work. Like, obviously, in a little way, it does feel like work, but I just enjoy doing it so much that it's a natural part of my day. And it doesn't really feel like I'm, building a brand. It just kind of feels like I'm doing what I love to do. And that's like designing, and I've always had a little fancy with business stuff, and then also being able to incorporate the flipping community and flips into that all at one is just such a fulfilling thing to do, and I love spending my days working on it. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know basically what I did all of 2020, and that I have actually done something that I've wanted to do for so long now, and it's just such a good feeling. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that subject, but I do want to mention to you guys that I am going to start doing more YouTube videos, and they're not going to be vlogs, because I'm sorry to say it, I'm sure a lot of you don't want to hear this, but I'm not really into vlogs, and unless it's something that I would actually have fun going and doing and filming that I was already going to do before I decided to film it, then I'll do a vlog maybe every once in a while. But the videos I do want to make are, updating you on Flipsicc and what we're going to do for that. And also, one thing I've really wanted to do for a long time, just because I'm such a movie guru. I love movies. I actually want to be an actor one day. And just the whole movie making process is very interesting to me, and I love film, I love cinema. So what I'm going to do for future videos is I'm going to be doing like movie ranking videos. And I know a lot of people do that and a lot of channels do that, but I've always wanted to do it, and just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean I can't. So yeah, I'm going to be doing kind of movie ranking videos. I'm mostly going to rank like movie series, like, I'm going to look at all the movies and rank them, worst to best or least favorite to favorite and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that too. So yeah.